I'm Abby Peel. Welcome back to your Yankee Chronicle. Last March, Greg took our YCN camera to the Warner Public Market to see what they're up to. Let's revisit that visit now.
Warner Public Market is a local food and arts market on Main Street in Warner, New Hampshire.
We have kind of three departments. We've got food and grocery, focusing especially on local goods. Then a art and craft section, and an apothecary, an herbal apothecary as well.
So it was kind of an idea. We had seen this building that had been an art store in a former life. It had been empty for a number of years. We kind of came together and formulated this idea over a number of dinners together. So there's six worker owners that work together. So we did it as a collaborative. So we developed the idea of some food, some art, bringing it all together in this empty building on Main Street. And we got a lot of support from the other businesses on Main Street as well. So the space we're in is our mini market. This has been open since December. This was actually the exact same space that we opened in 3 years ago before we did the renovations on the rest of the building. So old customers might remember this space, but it's a chock-a-block full of more new, exciting products. We've got fans and vents and trying to make a safe shopping space. The rest of the store is closed, but we do online ordering, and so we do in person. So
yeah, another kind of neat story about the space. This is a 1800s old building. It's gone through a lot of transformations. We discovered after we had kind of signed the contracts to take the building over that this was actually the original general store in town back in the 1800s and into 1900s. Yeah, but it's nice to think that we're trying to kind of provide a similar shopping experience of that personal connection, that local product that maybe our grandparents enjoyed. In the same space that maybe they were shopping in. Well, we're in year 3 now.
Yeah.
Yep. And we've kind of taken a slow approach, not taking on a lot of debt, but kind of building sustainably and slowly. And with a real triple bottom line kind of approach, which is a fancy way of saying that we kind of balance our environmental effect, our community and social effect with our bottom line, which of course a business needs to consider. We do source some stuff regionally because it's not available from New Hampshire, but hopefully through having more stores like this in New Hampshire will allow for more farms and makers and producers to start up.
And I think for me as a farmer, having a brick and mortar store where somebody else can take some of that work so I can be farming is really a benefit. And I think that's where brick and mortar stores, we're not shopping online, we're coming to shop in person, and having a knowledgeable employee behind the counter who can answer your questions is like the best thing that you can support in your town.
There was an interesting study came out by the Extension Service that participation or market share of farmers markets and CSAs had kind of plateaued for a bunch of years. So the question is how can we get more people kind of participating in the local food economy? So part of the, because also the CSA and the farmers market model and that direct to market model, which is fantastic, and our farms depend on that, and we encourage people to go directly to the farms as well. But that puts all that responsibility on the farmers.
And the same would be true for artists too. Artists and farmers function a lot in the same way, especially in this state. Going to craft fairs is the same as going to a farmer's market. And if you can get your product in front of more people in more ways, then benefits on everybody. So one of the things that we think is really cool about our store is our scale. We're small. We can take, just a couple things from one artist who's just starting out. We can have a conversation with somebody about price point. We can have somebody come and teach what they're doing in their own studio. They, printmakers, dyeing, batiking, basket making, all sorts of things. So not only can somebody see the final product and buy it for themselves, but they can come and engage in the process, which is a really cool continuation of that experience. It's not just retail, it's learning skills for yourself.
We're always looking for more New Hampshire makers and producers and growers. We kind of see ourselves as more than just a store. Our community engagement, with that triple bottom line approach, we and our members and our customers, have been able to provide over $13,000 to the local food pantry this year. On the 26th, we're participating in the Waypoint Sleep Out event, so we're asking for people to sponsor us and donate to that. So this kind of idea that business, Main Street local business, is really invested in the community, and is that when people spend their money at local businesses, not just ours, but any local business, a lot of that kind of stays in the community, and benefits local workers, benefits other businesses, allows us to support the food pantry, the Waypoint homeless shelters, these sorts of kind of cascading effects.
We do a lot of work with our friends over in Bradford at the Kearsarge Food Hub. We work with Main Street Bookends here in Warner. We are working with the Warner Connects here, the food pantry, the local. We're just trying to reach out and build this kind of like community network and strengthen these community ties so that we can actually, our town and can be part of a web of resiliency with the surrounding towns. So that's one of the larger goals that we're working to be a part of.
Feel free to visit our website and shop WPM. You can see all our products and also send us an email from there, reach out. Yep. We love to have people be part of this by becoming members or just becoming customers or even just stopping by and say hello. So we're here open Tuesdays through Sundays. And yeah, we hope to see more folks come through on their way past Warner.
Thanks. Local is good. Check them out when you're in Warner next. Join us next week at this same time for another Yankee Chronicle coming to you from Ledyard Financial Service. Don't miss our football game of the week at ycnnow.com with replays on WYCX on Sundays and Mondays at noon and 5 p.m. While we wait for basketball to start, YCN will be showing the New Hampshire Division II Championship football game featuring the Lebanon Raiders. I'm Abby Peel. Join us next week at this same time for another edition of Your Yankee Chronicle. Stay safe, everyone.